Good morning, YouTube modeling community. This is Ron coming to you from Grandpa's Toy Room with a request video from Doc at Doc's Custom Corner. This morning, Doc put up a video showing one of his old cars that he had purchased. He asked if any of us had our first build, or if we had survivors or cars that we had purchased from other people that we just didn't have the heart to tear up. And this 32 Roadster that you can see here, I built in I think it was 1961. It was in the very first model contest that Hobbytown in Lincoln, Nebraska held for modelers. At that time, the Hobbytown in Lincoln, Nebraska was the only Hobbytown in the world. It was the original one. And I actually ended up working for him for a little while, but at the time I built this 32 Roadster, I was a body man at a Chevrolet dealership in Lincoln. And this model car was built from the original AMP release of the 32 Roadster when it came out. And of course I had to get a bunch of them because 32s were my favorite. But I built this car for that contest. It actually won first place in the senior division. And as you can see, it's not the most fantastic build in the world. I got to be careful so nothing falls off of it. Everything is glued, but my little puppy down here is upset with me. He wants to go play, and I'm doing this. The bottom is very plain, as you can see, strictly from the kit, and then just painted up with a little detail paint, which is not all that great either, but it's not bad, especially considering when it was built. Has the Pontiac engine in it with the tri-carbs, and I actually did spark plug wires on it. Did them with thread, and then the interior and stuff is just all hand painted. So there's some tips and some bad looking places in it, but considering that this kit was built in 1961, it's not too bad. The paint job on it is actually 1957 Chevy Aztec Gold lacquer paint, because I shot it out at the body shop, and if I remember correctly, this was the only spray painted car in that contest. Everything else was brush painted and stuff like would have been done in 1960 or 61. The 32 Coupe is a car that another person had assembled, and I got it from him in about that same time period, maybe a couple years later, maybe 64 or maybe 65. It's all original from the 32 kit, from their 5-window kit that they came out with. It's never been painted. It was all put together just straight out of the box, and it was so cool. And of course, when I got it, I had every intention in the world of tearing it apart and making a hot rod out of it, but it was so cool, and it was covered with dust, and you can see some of the dirt and dust is still on there, but inside that, and I know there's no way, or I don't think there's any way you're going to be able to see, but if you can see those cobwebs inside the cockpit, those are cobwebs from 1964, somewhere in that vicinity. So I will never take this apart and make a hot rod out of it. It is just so cool. It's going to stay just exactly the way it is. So the hood, I think the hood does lift off of it. This is the first time these two cars have been out of my case over there in probably 25 years. Yep, the hood's coming up carefully. Very, very carefully. Let's go this way. Yep, the guy, when he built it, put the flathead motor in it that came with the kit. And it had chrome heads and chrome intake manifolds. So, of course, he put those on there. But, like I say, there's no painting been done on it or anything. It is just absolutely a pristine body. So it will never get tore up and made into a hot rod. It will stay like this as long as I have it. The glue's even a little bit dried out on it. I just moved the grill seal trying to get the hood off and on. So anyway, just a kind of a quickie video. I just wanted to put the 32 up for Doc. I've been thinking about getting this out for a blast from the past for a long time. So thank you everybody that watches my videos, everybody that comments. Doc, I love your questions. Thank you very much for doing that. So everybody have a great weekend. So this is Ron from Grandpa's Toy Room saying so long for now.